Hey everyone! Today we have an FPV drone from BetaFPV with us, specifically the Aquila 16 model. It comes in a pretty large box. On the front of the box we have the drone itself in black, along with a joystick and FPV goggles. On the back you can see what else comes in the package. Alright, let's not drag out the video and get to unboxing. We remove this little piece. Aha! And inside the box we're greeted by a very nice case. It's made of fabric and it also features the BetaFPV logo. Of course this case will serve to carry the drone around. Let's open it up. Opa opa! And we have a pretty rich set of accessories. Included we have a very detailed user manual for the drone. If any issues come up, you'll easily find solutions in this manual. Let's remove the safety strap, and here we have a joystick in a gray color with black sticks. We'll talk about it a bit later. Next we see a strap for the FPV goggles. Let's also take it off from the safety strap, and here's how it looks. We'll talk more about it later as well. Next we're greeted by the drone itself in black. It's pretty light. In this compartment we find various accessories for the drone. There's a USB to USB-C charging cable, a battery, and this black thing for testing the battery. You can connect the included cable to the battery, the other end to this tester, and you'll see the battery's voltage. In this bag there are additional propellers, adapters, screws, and other accessories. I also forgot to mention that the package includes 2 batteries, which is very convenient. If one runs out, you can switch to the second one. And of course, there's a card with links to BetaFPV's social media. Now let's talk more about the Aquila 16 itself. The drone is ready to fly right out of the box, no setup is required. The camera doesn't move up or down, it's fixed. A nice feature for beginners is the optical flow sensor. The package also includes a data port for firmware updates. The motors are brushless, located on the bottom, and the drone is made of molded plastic, which ensures its durability. So, if you accidentally crash into something, the drone won't be severely damaged, making it harder to break. There are 2 contacts underneath for connecting the battery. We plug in the battery, the blue indicators light up, the drone is ready to fly. Let's weigh the drone. Without the battery, it weighs 47 grams. With the battery, the total weight is 74 grams. The drone's flight range is up to 200 meters, and the flight time is up to 8 minutes. The battery consists of a single cell with a capacity of 1100 mAh, enough for 8 minutes of flight. As I mentioned earlier, there's a second battery included in the package. Now let's talk about the drone's remote control. This controller is designed to work in mode 2, as the throttle is on the left. Let's remove the silicone covers. Here's how the sticks look. On the bottom of the controller there's a USB-C port for charging, a flight sim port, and an audio port. The 4 toggles are used to adjust the speed, low, medium, and high. There are also switches for changing video channels and for enabling turtle mode. The flight modes can be switched between normal, sport, and manual. The switch for starting and stopping the motors is on the back of the controller, along with the bind and setting buttons. Now, let's talk about the FPV goggles. The goggles are of good quality, with a 3-point head strap that comes in the kit. They feature a foldable antenna, which is very convenient for transport. To record your flight, you'll need to add your own microSD card. There are no buttons or ports on the front panel, but on the side you'll find a USB-C charging port and a power switch. At the top there's a row of buttons. The first one is for recording, marked with a red dot. By holding down the S button for a few seconds, you can scan through all the channels and find the correct video signal. The arrows are for manual scanning through the bands and channels. The drone and goggles are initially set to the same band and channel, so you won't need to pair them separately. Let's try launching the drone. We connect the battery, and the blue indicator lights up, signaling that the drone is ready. Press the button on the controller, and first, a red light comes on, then a blue one, indicating that the controller is connected to the drone. Next, we turn on the FPV goggles. They immediately connect to the drone, and we see the camera feed in the goggles. To start recording, we press the record button. The indicator lights up, and recording starts. To take off, switch the throttle lever down, and the motors will start running. By slowly moving the throttle up, we ascend. I'll record a short video using this drone. The Aquila 16 features 3 flight modes: normal, sport, and manual. Each mode offers a unique flying experience. Normal mode, position hold. This mode is similar to flying a DJI camera drone. It utilizes sensors to maintain height and position. Leaving the throttle stick at the center holds the drone steady in its current spot. Throttling up causes ascent, while recentering the throttle stick halts it. Throttling down initiates descent. This mode significantly simplifies throttle management for beginners during hovering. Sport mode, angle mode in Betaflight, allows for more dynamic flight while maintaining some stability assistance. Manual mode, acro mode in Betaflight, offers complete manual control, ideal for experienced pilots. Additionally, there are 3 speed settings: slow, medium, and fast. These alter the drone's rates, affecting how quickly and sensitively it responds to radio stick movements. The selected flight mode and speed are displayed in the lower right corner of the FPV screen, with battery voltage and flight timer in the bottom left. How to set up for first flight. The Aquila 16 FPV kit includes a detailed manual that thoroughly explains the setup process. Here's a quick overview of the steps I followed before my initial flight. 1. Charge the drone batteries, radio, and goggles using USB-C cable. 2. To power on the radio, press and hold the power button until you hear 3 beeps. Activate the FPV goggle by turning it on. Screen turns on. 3. Connect the battery to your drone. The light should come on. The drone should be already bound to the radio, so you'll gain control via the transmitter 10-15 seconds after powering up. 4. For video feed, press the S button on the goggles to enter the menu. Then, press and hold the S button to initiate frequency scanning. The system will automatically select the channel with the strongest signal and you should get an image from the drone. The FPV Experience. Everything just worked out of the box. Right from the start, the Aquila 16 impressed me with its stability and smoothness. The adjustable camera tilt is versatile, allowing for varied flight styles and environments. Although it's heavier and less agile than typical tiny whoops, its crash resistance, precision, and control make it ideal for beginners. It's not overpowered, which is great for new pilots, and offers remarkable flight time. I averaged about 8 to 9 minutes indoors. However, it's less suited for outdoor flying in windy conditions and lacks the power for freestyle maneuvers. Video quality in the goggles is what you'd expect at this price point. It's a budget drone, so don't expect the high-end digital system imagery. However, the goggles are comfortable enough, with minimal light leaks, and the DVR feature is a nice touch for sharing flights or locating the drone after crashes. Conclusion? Should I buy it? If you're intimidated by the speed and power of typical FPV drones, the Aquila 16 kit is a fantastic choice. It's a comprehensive, ready-to-fly package that doesn't require additional hardware or complicated setup. This kit is especially suitable for young pilots or those who might find simulators boring. Its safe indoor flight capability makes it an engaging and practical learning tool. While it doesn't fully replicate the FPV experience of larger, powerful FPV drones, it's an affordable and low-risk introduction to the hobby. When comparing it to other BetaFPV kits like the Cetus Pro, the Aquila 16 stands out with a more polished design, better flight performance, and enhanced capabilities. However, the choice between the Aquila 16 and the Cetus X is more nuanced. The Aquila 16 is better for total beginners due to its ease of control, while the Cetus X, with its Betaflight support and slightly more power, caters to those ready for outdoor flying and a more advanced experience. Personally, I would have preferred Betaflight firmware support on the Aquila 16, as it's the standard for most FPV drones. Learning the BetaFPV configurator is a little pointless, especially after you graduated from the Aquila 16. You will probably never use it again. The optical flow sensor, while useful for stability and hover, doesn't add much to the FPV flying experience. In my opinion, it isn't really helpful for teaching people how to fly FPV drones. I would rather not have this feature and lower the cost of the drone. I would recommend skipping normal mode entirely. If you don't have access to an FPV simulator, start out with sports mode. If you do have access to a sim, you can practice in manual mode, as it's the ultimate flight mode for FPV drones. Mind you, when flying indoors, it's recommended to use angle mode for safety. Only use acro mode when flying outdoor unless you are confident with your skills. So, in conclusion, this drone is perfect for beginners. It offers a rich set of accessories for its price, making it an excellent option for those just getting into the hobby. You can purchase it through the link in the description. Thanks for watching, good luck, and bye.